Jasmine Williams walked with heavy feet down Fifth Avenue, the most glamorous stretch of Manhattan. Her worn sneakers slapped the sidewalk as she clutched her 3-month-old son, Marcus, close to her chest. The baby whimpered, too weak even to cry fully. For 2 days, he had only sipped sugar water. There was no formula, no diapers, no money. Only desperation. Jasmine's sweatshirt, frayed at the cuffs, hung off her thin frame. Her eyes, sunken from exhaustion and worry, scanned the glittering storefronts. She stopped in front of Sterling & Sons Jewelry, the city's most luxurious jewelry store. Behind its glass were diamond necklaces, shining like stars, symbols of a world she had never belonged to. She reached into her pocket and pulled out a small ring, gold, with a single emerald in the center. It was her grandmother Eleanor's ring, the only thing Jasmine had left from the woman who had raised her with love and dignity, even in poverty. "Forgive me, Grandma," Jasmine whispered, her voice cracking. "But Marcus needs to eat." Inside the store, white marble floors gleamed under soft lighting. Polished display cases lined the walls, and wealthy customers browsed with champagne flutes in hand. When Jasmine entered, the atmosphere shifted. Heads turned. Eyes narrowed. The air, once light, became cold and brittle with judgment. David Sterling, 35, stood behind the counter. His tailored suit fit like a second skin, his posture proud. He was the owner now, his father's legacy in his hands. He noticed Jasmine immediately and felt the instinctive twinge to call security. She didn't belong in this world of pearls and platinum, but then he saw how she held her child, gently, protectively. That kind of love couldn't be faked. "Can I help you?" he asked, walking over cautiously. Jasmine's hands trembled as she held out the ring. I need to sell this," she said softly. "It belonged to my grandmother. I just need a little money. For formula." David took the ring, expecting cheap costume jewelry, but as he held it under the light, his breath caught. The emerald, it was real. The metal, platinum, not gold. And the tiny engraving inside the band, his eyes widened. It bore the unmistakable mark of Ashford Jewelry, a legendary family-run workshop from the 1920s. Only a handful of their pieces still existed. "Where did you get this?" he asked gently, his voice suddenly filled with a reverent awe. "It was my grandmother's. She passed away when I was 16. I didn't know it was worth much. I just need $20 for formula," Jasmine whispered, eyes brimming with tears. David looked at the young woman, then at the baby, whose tiny hand clutched at her sweatshirt. The magnitude of the moment hit him like a wave. This wasn't just a woman trying to sell a ring. This was a mother fighting for her child. "Jasmine," he said, learning her name, "this ring is incredibly valuable. It's not worth $20. It's worth about $75,000. Silence. Jasmine blinked. I think I misheard you." "No," David smiled gently. "You didn't. You just unknowingly walked in with one of the rarest rings in New York City." She sat down slowly, her knees buckling beneath the weight of that number. $75,000. It could change her life. Feed her baby. Pay rent. Breathe again. But David's next words would change her destiny, the offer that changed everything. "I want to buy the ring," David said. "But not just that." Jasmine looked up, confused. "I want to offer you something more. A partnership. You have something I don't, heart. The kind of soul that this store, and this industry, has forgotten." She laughed nervously. "I'm just a waitress." "No. You're a mother who gave up everything for her child. That's the kind of person I want by my side. Let me teach you the trade." You already understand the most important part, that jewelry tells stories. The store fell silent. Even the customers were listening now. Jasmine's eyes welled with tears again, but this time, not from despair. Why me? She asked. Because today, you reminded me why my father opened this store. Not for diamonds. Not for dollars. But to honor the stories behind the sparkle. A new beginning. With the money from the ring, Jasmine moved into a small but cozy apartment on the Upper West Side. Marcus had formula, a crib, and clothes that fit. David helped her settle in. On her first day at work, she wore a simple navy dress, her hair brushed smooth, hope returning to her eyes. Inside the newly renovated store, she noticed something new. What's that? She asked, pointing to a cozy corner with soft chairs, a space for mothers. David replied. I thought of you. Jasmine smiled through tears. This man wasn't just offering her a job. He was offering her a future. A family lost and found months passed. Jasmine flourished. Customers adored her. She listened with empathy, matched them with the perfect pieces, and reminded them why jewelry mattered, not for its cost, but its meaning. Then one morning, a refined elderly man entered the store. My name is William Ashford, he said. I believe you recently acquired a ring from the Ashford collection. I'd like to buy it back. Jasmine froze. My grandmother's name was Eleanor, she whispered. Mr. Ashford's cane shook in his hands. Eleanor Ashford was my sister. Silence. You're my great niece, he said, his voice cracking. Tears poured down Jasmine's cheeks as the truth unraveled. Eleanor had fled during the Depression, hiding her identity. She had given up everything to protect her family. And now, her granddaughter had unknowingly brought that story full circle. You are the heir to the Ashford estate, William said. The mansion in Connecticut. Our holdings. And a family that has searched for you for decades. Jasmine turned to David, speechless. I'm just a waitress. No, David said, you're the woman who rebuilt a legacy. Legacy of love. Jasmine accepted her inheritance, but only with one condition, to use part of it to create a foundation for single mothers in need. The Eleanor Ashford Foundation was born. Over the years, it grew into one of the largest organizations of its kind, helping thousands of women reclaim their lives. David and Jasmine married in a simple but heartfelt ceremony. Marcus, now surrounded by love and stability, found in David a father who cherished him. Sterling and Williams expanded, but never lost its soul. Every customer was treated like family. Every ring told a story, the ring that fed the world. 5 years later, on the anniversary of that fateful day, Jasmine stood at Lincoln Center, addressing an audience of 500. I walked into a jewelry store, desperate to sell the last piece of my grandmother I had left. I thought I was losing everything. But in truth, I was about to gain a whole new life. She looked at the front row, Marcus, clapping. David, smiling. Mr. Ashford, proud. The true value of that ring wasn't the emerald, Jasmine said. It was the love it carried. The hope it passed on. And today, that hope lives in every mother we help. Final reflection. Later that night, Marcus crawled into Jasmine's lap. Mommy, are you sad you sold Grandma's ring? Jasmine smiled. No, baby. I didn't sell it. I turned it into something bigger, our family, our foundation. Her love is everywhere now. That ring didn't just feed a child. It fed a movement, and the lesson it left behind?